Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I wanted to say thanks to you guys. I just passed the 1,000 subscribers mark. Let's go. When I first started this, I honestly didn't think anyone would care or watch any of my videos. So I want to thank you guys for all your support so far. I was thinking about trying to do some kind of challenge for every 1,000 subscribers that I get. So I have a few ideas, but if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. So in this week's episode, I finally reached the last week of my tournaments in the Canary Islands. So far, I've been in Europe for about, I think, 7 weeks. This will be the 8th week. So it's gotten a bit tiring, especially when I'm by myself in a place where I don't really know the language. I can kind of understand some words in Spanish, like basic words, but I can't really have a conversation. So it's been a little bit tough, but I finally reached the last week, so let's get into it. Good morning. This is finally the last week here in SETTED in the Canary Islands. My first match is this morning. First on at 10. It's a nice day today. A bit chilly. Probably get warmer once the sun comes out. Last tournament here. So let's try to just have some fun, enjoy myself. Just go out there and do my best. My first match was against a Spaniard named Martina Puvi. To be honest, this match wasn't the prettiest match. There was a lot of errors and mistakes. So I'll try to go through this match quickly. I started off the match serving quite well. I was able to generate a lot of short balls and take offense early in the points. I was able to break here and then hold to go up 5-2. She started playing much better in this game. In general, most players will play their best when they're about to lose because you feel like there's nothing to lose and you relax a little more and go for your shots a little more, and that can make you dangerous. I did my best to stay with her in this game and keep it close, and eventually I was able to get the double fault for the set. And I wanted to show you guys this. Between every set, they'll sweep the courts and water it, and I thought this was just a genius idea to make the sweeping go faster. But there's a couple things that I had to be aware of specifically here on these courts. The first thing was managing the momentum and time between sets. It takes about 5 minutes for them to sweep and water the whole court, but sometimes water would pool around the court, and we would have to wait for that to dry, and that would take another about 5 minutes. So that's 10 minutes between the first and second set, which is quite a long time, and it can kill the momentum. But the other weird thing about these courts are that once they dry and once the sun is out, they get bone dry, and the clay basically turns to sand, and it's so hard to get your footing when you're moving out to the corners. So the courts will play completely differently depending on if you're playing on a cloudy day or in the morning, or if you're playing in the hot sun in the middle of the day. So I tried to start the match off playing aggressive, trying to continue to serve big and keep her on the move. She hit a good drop shot there. She hadn't really hit any drop shots all match, so that kind of caught me off guard. It was a tight game here on my service game, but I ended up winning it, and after that I felt like the wind came out of her sails and I was able to take control of the set. But overall, like I said earlier, I didn't play my best, but I played good enough to win, and that's all that matters, and I'm happy to be through to the next round. This is the morning of my round of 16 match the last week in the Canary Islands. It's a beautiful day, no clouds. A little bit windy, but ready to play today. Ready to go. I want to apologize for the angle that this match is filmed at. This was the only place that I could put my camera for this court. And also, there's going to be a flag like that coming in and out of the screen sometimes, so please bear with me. In this round of 16 match, I play Eva Garkusha. She has a good serve and hits a really big ball, but can be streaky at times. My game plan here was to attack her backhand and try not to give her too many balls where she's set up to hit her forehand. The first set went pretty much according to plan, but this is women's tennis, so you never know what's going to happen. Like I said in the beginning, she can be really streaky, and she came out hot in the second set. She won the first 11 points of the set, and I honestly thought I was going to get golden setted. She was serving big, hitting huge balls near the lines, and there's just nothing I could really do. I could barely even get to the ball. When I won my first point at 0-4 love 30, I was like, phew, no golden set for me. But mentally, I was pretty calm and wasn't that panicked because I knew she was going to go on a hot streak, but I just didn't think it'd be a whole set. And there wasn't any point of me trying to fight back from 0-5 and waste energy, so I was just mentally trying to prepare for the third set. She played a good service game, but I could feel that she was making some more errors and getting a little more frustrated, so I just told myself to keep going, keep plugging away, and I'll find a chance. Finally, at 4-all, I found a few chances to break. Sorry about the flag there. Probably one of the longer points of the match here. But I finally got my chance to move her off the court and break, and then was able to pretty easily hold for the match. In the quarterfinals, I played Maria Andrienko from Russia. I didn't really know anything about her, but looking at her results, she looked like she was playing pretty well. I started the match off how I usually try to do. I try to serve well, I tried to use my forehand, I tried to move her, and then test both sides to see if there's a side that has a hole. It seemed to me that both our sides were pretty even. There wasn't one side that was significantly worse. She moved pretty well as well, so trying to take time away was probably more important. I was able to break at 4-3 and then hold my serve to win the set 6-3. She was pretty upset after losing the first set. She was throwing a racket, kind of negative body language. I was able to break first and hold to go up 2-0. We had a pretty long game here, her service game. I think it was about 4 deuces back and forth. I could feel actually in this game she started playing a little bit better. Like she had the I don't give a crap attitude anymore, and like I said before, that's sometimes dangerous because it can either go in two ways. You could either just completely tank and give up, or just play much better, because you lose your fear and inhibitions and just go for it. I did end up breaking, but she definitely started to play much better. She was able to get it back to 4-all, but as you can see in this point, she's definitely gained more confidence in her ground strokes. I ended the set with a double fault to give her the set 7-5. Andrienko was playing well to start the third as well, and I was playing well, serving well. I was able to get an early break here to go up 2-1. Here's an example of what I mean when the courts are really dry and it's hard to get your footing. She broke me again to go back on serve. And she's just going for it, and her attitude's different. You can see she believes that she can win now, when maybe at 4-1 in the second, she wasn't that confident. Looking back at this match now, there's definitely a few things that I would have done differently. She was very good at moving side to side, so it was probably better to maybe go behind her a little bit more. Maybe take some balls a little bit earlier when she was resetting when I had her on the run. Pretty disappointing considering that I was up a break in both the second and third set, but it is what it is. Just gotta try to do better next time. So to recap the last 4 weeks in the Canary Islands, there's a lot of positive things, and I think there's a lot of things I can continue to learn and work on. This whole year I hadn't made a quarterfinals, and in this trip I've made 2, which means I'm moving in the right direction, so that's a big positive. So something that I can learn from this trip is when I have the lead, how to keep my foot on the gas and not let my opponents back in. But overall, we're moving in the right direction. My ranking's going to be going up after these few weeks, so that's a good thing. But there was no time to rest, because right after the match, I had to jump on a red eye and fly across the world to play a W35 in Colombia. The conditions are going to be way different. I have to deal with the time change. It's very hot and humid, heavy conditions, very different from Canary Islands. So stay tuned to see how that went.